Yankins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Thursday evening on yourliveevent.com. For those also tuning in to KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1 The Gobbler. Paul Vole joined alongside with Parker Schott tonight. Boys High School basketball as Wadena-Deer Creek makes the trip over to Aitkin this evening. Wadena-Deer Creek 5-1 on the season, 5-3 on the season, I should say, while Aitkin limping into this contest with a 5-4 record as we jump right into the pregame show. Gobblers taking a loss on Tuesday in overtime against Barnum at a Section 5A, 62-60 in overtime. Gobblers had multiple chances to get up early in the contest, which they did. Unfortunately, snuck away in halftime did Barnum with a short lead. Gobblers had to rally back from a 12-point deficit multiple times in the second half. Eventually got it to overtime, and just turnovers and foul trouble in the second half of that contest ultimately led to a loss for the Aitkin Gobblers on a Tuesday night. Now makes it 2 losses in the last 3 games, while Wadena-Deer Creek has had 2 wins in the last 3 games. 78-65, again, a win against Monaga on Tuesday as well. 2 scores in 20-point fashion. With Teshi Lohr and Peyton Church leading the way, 20 points in those wins in that win as well. Those 2 double-digit efforts in scoring here throughout the season, and both of these teams will look to, again, sustain more momentum here into the second part of their schedule as well. And talking with both coaches, certainly will be a very tight contest. It could be here this evening as well. Of course, we've got lots to get to here on the pregame show. Paul Vole joined alongside with Parker Schott here tonight, who will be handling the play-by-play duties. But here on the pregame show, we got to get to our interviews with coaches, that being for the Aitkin Gobblers, Scott Stanfield, as well as for coach for the likes of the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. Kevin Tumberg will step aside here for a break and get Coach Tumberg's interview coming up. Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines here on yourliveevent.com, as well as KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1, and also available with the audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology.
Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Welcome back to KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and also YourLiveEvent.com with the pregame shows. Aitkin Gobbler boys basketball team takes on Wadena-Deer Creek tonight from the Aitkin High School Gymnasium as we speak now with head coach for Wadena-Deer Creek. Kevin Tumberg joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us today.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on.
We certainly do. I'm thankful for that as well. Your team in the midst of 5-3 right now on the season, most recently coming off a win on Tuesday where your team got a win over Monaga 78-65 as well. Coach, looking back at that contest, had a few players in double-digit figures as well, a couple 20-point performances too. How do you take away from a win like that for for the Wolverines in that game on Tuesday?
Yeah, offensively, I thought we played extremely well. We shared the ball, knocked down open shots when we had them, but we also didn't settle. One problem we've had throughout the season is settling for just some not great shots, just some good shots, but not great shots, and we did not settle at all on Thursday, and that kind of reflects our final score, getting up in the 70s. Defensively, we absolutely had a ton of things that we tried to work on yesterday in practice because kind of our expectations is not to give up 60-plus points, and especially with the team of Monaga that we scouted. We were hoping to hold them a little lower than that, but give credit to them. They made a lot of shots, almost shot 50% from three. So had to tip our cap to that, but at the end of the day, we came home with a win.
Coach, now makes it 2 wins in the last 3 games for your team, especially now looking at going to the 2023 part of your schedule as well. You know, you've been back and forth in the win column here as of late, but seeing a lot of scores that maybe not indicative of a few performances that could be a little bit inflated at times, but looking at these, these overall scores from your season as well, very competitive, very tight matchups too. What do you think has been a couple of difference makers when it comes to a win as to a loss for your team that maybe have been glaring that your team's been trying to address as the season's come along?
Yeah, one big thing, if people just kind of looked at our overall record, they'd think that it's kind of just, this team's kind of a middle-of-the-road 500 team. But if you kind of dig into our schedule a little bit, the 3 losses we had were to West Central area, Perham, and to Henning, who all of which in their respective classes are state ranked right now. I just think that we've run into some tough teams, and like you said, with going back and forth, win-loss, just kind of the way the schedule worked out as to when we saw them. Looking back to the Henning game, I thought we played phenomenally well. It was about a 4 or 5 point game with a couple minutes to go, and we had to get into the foul game, and they made their free throws to extend it a little bit, but played extremely well against them. Perham, another really, really good team. I know Aitkin ran into them the first game of the season. We were down one of our starting guards, Peyton Church, was out that game with illness, and we were only down about 15 or 10 or something, whatever it was, at halftime. We're really proud of our effort that game. But with some of these wins, some of the closer games, I guess we've only had, we beat Bertha by 10, and we beat Staples Motley, our first game of the year, by 2. I think one big thing that we've been proud of has been our defensive effort. Looking at tonight's matchup with Aitkin, if we can come in and play defense how we are more than capable of doing, I think we should have a lot of fun and a lot of success over in Aitkin. But if we show up and have some defensive lapses, kind of like we did against Monagan and we did against New York Mills a week ago, it could be a long night and we'll be in for a dogfight.
Talking about, too, Coach, with this matchup you have with the Aitkin Gobblers tonight, talking about the defensive effort that's going to be taking place here tonight for your team, too. What about on the other side, too? What's it going to take here for the Wolverines to get off to a good start tonight, maybe shooting-wise as well?
One thing that we've stressed a lot this last week, and it started to show here against Monaga on Tuesday, was our movement with and without the ball. We kind of run a little bit of a spread offense, and we had some games earlier right before break and right after break against New York Mills where just a lot of standing around, guys not moving, guys not doing what they've been coached to do. So we watched a lot of film and dug deeper into that, and I think for us to have a hot start and to come out firing on all cylinders with offense, we got to get a lot of movement out of our guys and to continue what we were doing on Tuesday.
Well, Coach, we certainly do wish you the best of luck here tonight as well. Thank you again for coming on the pregame show. And, again, best of luck tonight against Aitkin.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Head coach for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines boys basketball team, Kevin Tumberg, joins us here on the pregame show. Get a break. We'll have more with our upcoming pregame show. Of course, with our conversation, Coach Scott Stanfield still on the way. And the opening tip is the Aitkin Gobblers take on Wadena-Deer Creek here on KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, with the video stream as well at YourLiveEvent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
Welcome back to the pregame show tonight on KKIN, AM The Gobbler, and YourLiveEvent.com as your Aitkin Gobblers take on Wadena-Deer Creek Boys High School basketball tonight as we get the chance now to catch up with head coach for Aitkin Gobblers, that being Coach Scott Stanfield on the pregame show. Coach, we're back at it again here on a Thursday night. Thanks again for taking time to speak with us.
Yes, we're back, and it's going to be like we were just talking. It's going to be game after game after game. So we're going to have to kind of teach during the games and go and try to correct and see how that works because there's not a lot of practice time.
Coach, obviously we're talking about previously with a game back on Tuesday, 62-60 in overtime game that, you look back at it, maybe you had a chance, looking overall at the contest, had a couple opportunities here and there to maybe slip away, but, end of the first half as well, they're able to get up to a 5-point lead after you're able to get off to a good start, but into that second half, there are multiple rallying points for the Gobblers, but just came up a little bit on that short end on Tuesday.
Right, really proud of the kids for coming back because that could have easily spilled into a 20-point loss, but Barnum didn't win that game as much as we lost it, and we always talk to the kids, let's just make teams beat us somehow, if they make shots, so be it, but let's not give them extra opportunities and be really sharp on the attention to little details, and we didn't do that, and that's a reflection on myself as a coach. We just got to teach it better. You assume that because the kids are juniors and seniors that they know, and but I was 16, 17-year-old once, and as a boy, and you don't know what they're thinking. So we really got to hammer down on that, and we spent some time yesterday just going over those scenarios. So it's a loss that's frustrating, but we're here to learn, and the kids learned a valuable lesson the last game against Barnum. So we're going to be in close games. I expect another one tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Coach, you kind of alluded to it in our initial talk of obviously not getting a lot of time, just playing a lot of games, learning on the fly. You did have a chance to get practice in yesterday, at least. That was the hope, at least, taking advantage of the time that you do have off between games. What were a few things that you took from that game on Tuesday to address in practice leading up to this matchup against the Wolverines tonight?
It wasn't just some of the things that the kids just didn't recognize or probably if they had to do over again wouldn't have done it. For myself, it was late game stuff. We just didn't do a very good job. It was a poor coached last minute by me, and that's won't happen again.
The matchup tonight here against Wadena-Deer Creek, you kind of alluded to it again. It's going to be another tight contest as well. You could fully expect that to be. What do you see here with this matchup that you could definitely see it being another one of those tight ball games tonight?
I think we're very similar in size and we got similar strength of athletes. So I think it's going to be a game where whatever team defensively plays aggressive and hard, and who does the little things. Are we going to give them extra chances at baskets, or are we going to box out and clean up the mess after the initial defense, or are they going to get extra shots that way? So it's all those little things. Teams are fairly even. That's what it comes down to. And we just hope that we put away the last game, which was frustrating, and we come out and play, and our kids are ready. They don't quit, that's for sure. So that's a good sign.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Look forward to talk to you after the game as well.
Thanks, Paul.
Our conversation with head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Scott Stanfield, on the pregame show. The Gobblers taking on the likes of the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines here this evening. Paul Vold joined alongside Parker Schott before we get to our final break here in the pregame show. Parker, this matchup certainly looks like it'll be quite the contest as well. A couple of especially with Wadena-Deer Creek being a team that has a couple of players that definitely go for some big points in this effort tonight.
Yeah, right. And looking just at this pregame, watching them warm up and everything, I don't see a really big size advantage, obviously, other than Isaac Asmus, the 6'8" freshman on Aitkin's side. There really isn't a major advantage, at least in size. The records are similar. The JV game was a nail-biter that was decided by the last shot, so really this could be a barn burner of a game.
Yeah, and we've seen that as of late from Aitkin, especially in their most recent contests. Have come down to the wire, did this past week as well. Of course, on Tuesday, I should say. Feels like it's been a week since that game, but at the same time, the way the schedule has been, getting in as many games as they can here before too long, especially as the season's drawn along. Again, Aitkin on the season 4-5 as of late. They started off the season 0-3, but have rallied to, of course, now 3 wins in their last 5 games as well, but have seen a lot of production overall as well. Eli Christie, obviously, he put up 27 points, 10 rebounds, could have gone for a triple-double in the win against Barnum as well if we took stats of those other sort as well, but nonetheless, he did get at least a double-double for his efforts. Braden Smith, obviously, he's been the big shooter outside for the Aitkin Gobblers, too. On the other side for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines, Gobblers going to have to find a way to slow down Teshi Lore, Peyton Church as well. They went for 20 points apiece in that win against Monaga, while Isaac Hammond and and Nate Peterson both went for 14 in the win against Monaga here earlier this week. Aitkin Gobblers taking on the likes of the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. Of course, we still have our big deal player of the game, Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game, going to be coming your way here as we go into tonight's contest. We've got a few broadcasts on the airwaves tonight. Crosby Ironton boys basketball, it takes on Greenway on Skeeter 101.5. Girls high school basketball, Red Lake is in action against Pine River Bacchus tonight on yourliveevent.com, while Sabica is at Pillager here this evening on Cash 95.9. Take a break here on the pregame show. We'll get to our starting lineups coming up after the national anthem as the Aitkin Gobblers take on Wadena-Deer Creek. yourliveevent.com and KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, and rjbroadcasting.com.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
JT Station in Fertile carries a variety of items that are sure to meet your needs, and you should stop in today. They sell hot stuff foods, frozen foods, selected groceries, household products, and much more. The Hot Stuff Foods and Deli will provide you with a fresh, quick, and easy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they also offer some of the best car services in town. They're open 6 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. daily. It's JT Station in Fertile.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
Mr. May's ornithology class.
My last 6 years on the Aitkin All-Stars.
Going to Rumble on the Red wrestling tournament.
Just going to the state tournament last year for wrestling.
Making one of those last-minute shots against Crosby.
Going to state my 10th grade year for wrestling.
The Virginia tournament during basketball.
My chemistry class last year.
I would say the Virginia tournament.
Going to stay at my freshman year for dance.
Being able to participate in multiple sports teams.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
Welcome back on YourLiveEvent.com. Also tuning in to KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1. Wadena-Deer Creek boys basketball taking on your Aitkin Gobblers this evening. Paul Vold joined alongside with Parker Schott here on the airwaves as well as on your computer screens. As we get a look here at our starting lineups here tonight, starting first with the visiting team on the scoreboard with a 5-3 record for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. Starting lineup will go like this. Number 2 is a junior guard in Teshi Lohr. Number 12 is a sophomore guard in Kobe Snyder. Number 21 is a senior guard in Isaac Hammond. Number 25 is a junior guard in Peyton Church. Number 33 is a senior forward in Philip Ross. Head coach for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines is Kevin Thunberg, assisted by Alex Brockpaller and even Ryan Nelson and Ryan Elfering for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. Now for your Aitkin Gobblers this afternoon, their starting lineup will go like this. Number 0 is a 5'11" senior point guard in Eli Christie. Number 3 is a junior guard, a shooting guard at 5'10" in Braden Smith. Number 15 is a senior shooting forward at 6'3" in Alex Palm. Number 21 is a junior point guard at 5'11", getting the start tonight for Brecken Williams. Number 33 is a senior forward at 6'2" in Nathan Price. So Coach Scott Stanfield in his second season at the helm for the Gobblers, switching up the starting lineups. Usually Tanner Nissen gets the start for the Gobblers, but it'll go to Brecken Williams here tonight, getting the better matchup as well, assisted by Coach Scott Stanfield. His assistants are Greg Hills, Ben Schwartz, and Daryl Smith. Gobblers in the home blacks tonight. Aitkin going across the chest and white with red trim. Red numbers, white trim on the uniform, while Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines in the road whites tonight. Blue numbers and letters with yellow trim on the sides of the uniform. So pregame festivities are taken care of. First half just moments away as well, and that will afford us the opportunity to let Parker Schott take things over here. Parker, well, we'll let you have right at it here as we're just moments away here from the opening tip.
Yeah, absolutely. As they finish off these finishing touches on announcing the players. You know, a lot of high schools sometimes take different approaches to announcing the lineups, but what I really like about Aitkin is they do the NBA player by player, whole hog when they call your name and you walk out. So
big shout out to public address announcer Dave Sadlowski, our public address announcer. We've got of course our camera girls working here tonight. Gobblers again 4 and 5 on the season here, but Wadena-Deer Creek at 5-3. Parker, it's all you.
As the tip-off gets set, it's going to be Alex Palm going up against Philip Ross as the ref makes sure everything's square and set for this match. Walking up to center court. Let's get ready to play a little bit of high school boys basketball. Tip is won by Aitkin. They're going right to left. It's going to start with Isaac Hamann scanning the offense. Screen is set but not used by Eli Christie, passing around the perimeter. Again, another screen call, but going the opposite direction of the screen. A little bit of misdirection here early from Aitkin. As Braden Smith with the ball now top of the key, passes out to Ross. Another screen set. Aitkin really a big fan of their pick and roll so far. As they kick to Ross. He takes the contested mid-range, and it's an air ball from the right side corner. Baseline, I'm sorry, that's going to be Wadena-Deer Creek ball. Just last touched by Aitkin.
Gobblers early on here, of course, on the season have had trouble with, of course, turnovers as well. That's what's kind of held them back here, especially in that game earlier this week.
Aitkin playing some tight full court press as Wadena-Deer Creek tries to set the tone early with their first offensive possession. Maybe the man of the game, the man to focus on. Teshi Lower drives in and he gets, that's going to be a foul inside the paint. It's still going to be Wadena-Deer Creek ball. It's going to be on Brecken Williams. First foul of the game. Inbounds, quick three pulled from Teshi Lower, but it's no good.
Rebounded down to Eli Christie there, who's, definitely around the hoop more times than not on both ends of the floor.
Aitkin again trying to get that spark going, especially with a team that can put a run on you. Is a spin and a nice bucket on the right side block. That's from Alex Palm. That right side, nice pump fake spin to the left and gets that one to go. Wadena-Deer Creek driving in, and the shot on the right side hits the bottom of the backboard as there's a three pulled, and that's nothing but net here from Isaac Hamann from the left side wing. Two really solid offensive possessions back to back. Aitkin again trying to respond. Driving in now is Christie. He backs out to the top of the key, Ross. Ross back out to Braden Smith. Finding left side corner just inside two-point land. Driving right, spinning. Really tough contested fadeaway is a miss there for Christie. As a pass here from Teshi Lower trying to kick out to the left side corner is swatted at by an Aitkin player, but not managed to be corralled. It's Wadena-Deer Creek inbounds. 15:53 left in the first half. 3-2 Wadena-Deer Creek. Driving in now. Passing back out top of the key. Teshi Lower, three ball. Not there. Bringing it up now. It's going to be interesting to see if Wadena-Deer Creek does switch to Aitkin's more press style of defense, or if they stay back and play more conservative. Open deep two from Ross, and another air ball. Clipped the bottom of the net, but it's still going to be, nope, never mind. It's Wadena-Deer Creek ball as there's two players, one on each side, jumping for the rebound, and nobody grabbed it, but last touched by Aitkin, according to the ref.
It'll be very interesting, the Christie versus Laura matchup here tonight, point guard against point guard, to see how that all plays out here tonight as well. But Alex Palm already here seeing significant action down low in that post area this evening.
Left block now, passes out to left side corner, thinks about it, but recovery defense is nice. Teshi Lower gets it on the left side in the paint, and it rolls around, and it's in. A nice move on the pivot. 2 feet inside the free throw line to get that one good. Aitkin bringing it up again, and he can walk it right up. Isaac Hammond, nobody within 15 feet of him when he gets the ball and starts walking it up. Pass is attempted to go inside from Ross to Palm. It's not there for them, though.
Gobbler's already with 3 turnovers already here to begin the ball game tonight, not even 4 full minutes into the game.
Sorry, that was Price, not Ross.
It's like Price just checking out and brings in Andrew Martinson for the Gobblers here tonight.
Wadena-Deer Creek now. Aitkin playing further back now. Seeing full court press. I mean, full court press is a nice defense, but maybe with a player like Teshi Lohr with his speed and small stature to slip in behind the cracks to get in is there's a drive here, and Wadena-Deer Creek player is going to hit the deck. There's going to be easy called foul on Tesh. Oh, sorry, nope. That's going to be on Eli Christie.
Official was looking back and then looking back at the scorer's table, not holding up any fingers, so people were thinking that he was waiting to find out the number. No, he was just calling for number 0.
Pass into Church, tries to drive again, but it's back out lower. Bit of crowd action coming in here at Aitkin High School as Church with a nice drive. Thinks about it, passes right side wing, drive in, pass on the baseline inside, and that is good. A nice feed to Kobe Snyder. Baseline layup is good. Quick thinking passing. As Aitkin sets up once again. Ball is found top of the key. It's going to be a drive and a kick out. Alex Palm with a nice flick pass, wide open left side corner. No good here from Martinson. Aitkin still trying to find one. They find another 3 look, and that one is open and good this time from Brecken Williams at the top of the key.
Nice ball movement there from the Gobblers. Great pursuit by Alex Palm here, who has been, you know, a little bit stagnant, for lack of a better phrase, last couple of games. Hasn't put up big, gaudy numbers like we've seen here at the beginning of the year, but definitely a big factor here tonight. Ooh, nice drive.
Drive down the baseline here for Isaac Hammond. Goes up and gets the tough layup, double covered to go through the hoop. 13:07 left in this game. 9-5 Wadena-Deer Creek. With the ball now is Martinson. Passing around the perimeter. Aitkin showing that they can kick out to find the extra pass, at least on that last possession. Palm here looking to drive. He will try to post up, fade away on the baseline, rolls around and out. He had the separation on that little, almost a shades of the dream shake there, but Wadena-Deer Creek able to come back, and that's going to be a travel as Teshi Lohr on the left side of the court got wrapped up while trying to go for the pass. Back with Aitkin.
See a substitution in. Looks like we'll see Nate Peterson for the first time today. He comes in for Philip Ross.
Bringing the ball up once more is Isaac Hammond. Left side is Christie. Sorry, that is not Hammond, that is Brecken Williams. Smith, left side, found somebody in the paint almost, but really nice jump to get up there by Nate Peterson to tip the ball and grab it. Wadena, nice drive here, hangs in the air and gets the layup to go. That's Isaac Hammond.
Hammond already with 7 of the 11 points scored tonight for Wadena-Deer Creek. Gobblers having a trouble trying to slow him down early on.
Braden Smith here, right side wing deep, and it's going to be a foul called here. It's going to be on 21.
Number 12, I think that is for.
12? Oh, sorry.
Yep, that's going to be Kobe Snyder. Looks like his first. Team's first as well for Wadena-Deer Creek with less than 12 to go here in this first half.
Aitkin deep inbound as Wadena-Deer Creek played really high up. Really nice defense on that inbound. Trying to find a way out. Defense still really solid up on Eli Christie. Getting the pick and roll, thinking about it and kicking back out. Brecken Williams almost had a good look. Left side corner now with Smith. Takes the pick and roll back near the top of the key. More perimeter passing from Aitkin. You do like to see that because there's a lot of high school games where there's a pass now. I'll interrupt myself for that one. A pass now from Christie into the paint on a cut, but it's knocked down. Corner three from the right side is good here. A quick response, Isaac Hamann, and a timeout called for Aitkin. 11:01 left in this first half, 14-5 for Wadena-Deer Creek. As you were listening to us on KKI and AM 930, 103.1 FM, The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Back now at Aitkin High School, coming out of this timeout. A bit of a surprising first half, to say the least. Maybe more out of Aitkin than for Wadena-Deer Creek. Aitkin really not being able to find their footing on offense, Paul.
Yeah, 5 turnovers already for Aitkin so far compared to, unofficially just 1 for Wadena-Deer Creek. Trying to win that battle down low. I feel like the Gobblers, it's not for a lack of effort. I think just a couple of hot passes and, I think they're trying to force a couple of those ones, especially the more recent one that had Alex Palm wide open down low in the post. On the other side of the floor, a 3 from Alex Hamann, now up to 10 points already here in the first half.
Aitkin starting again, trying to get off on the right foot after the timeout. And a nice drive here from Eli Christie. Pumps midair and gets it to go cross key from the right to the left. Wadena-Deer Creek. More slick passing, trying to break down this Aitkin defense as the student section stands up to put the pressure on. A behind-the-back wraparound pass from Teshi Lower. There's going to be a foul here. It's going to be Aitkin ball. And we got some subs coming in now as well.
Yeah, Peterson, it looked like for Wadena-Deer Creek, got the arm wrapped around on Eli Christie trying to go for that loose ball.
Lower, really nice feeding it, and it made it to the man.
Also see Tanner Nissen checking in, as well as Isaac Osmus for the Gobblers checking in for the first time tonight for both of them.
Nissen running the offense. Wadena still staying up high on the defense in that half court. A spin and a shot is no good from Isaac Asmus. Wadena-Deer Creek going the other way, left to right. Teshi Lower puts up the 3. That one's back ironing off. Tough fight for the rebound from Nate Peterson, and it's waiting for a signal. It is going to still be Wadena-Deer Creek ball.
Rebounds even at 3 apiece. All 3 rebounds for Wadena-Deer Creek belonging to Isaac Hamann.
10:04 left in the first half, 14-7. Wadena-Deer Creek. Lower passes into the paint, and it's kicked back out, eventually finds its way back to him. A lot of pump fakes going around from Teshi, trying to get the defense jumping as a tough triple cover jumper from the free throw line is good from Peyton Church. Tough shot there. Setting up the offense once again, Aitkin. Again, still trying to really find a groove here. Asmus will post up on the right block, and that'll be good. Back him down, right side, spin into the lay. A nice move from the surprisingly large freshman. I actually had to ask Paul off the mic before we started airing if that was a typo. Aitkin putting a little more defensive pressure on. A drive here by Isaac Hamann, but it's tipped out by Aitkin. 9:09 left in the first half, 16-9 Wadena-Deer Creek. As Isaac Hamann will be responsible for the inbounds. And it's a nice interception on that pass from Eli Christie, jumping right in front of it, having to get the extension. He tried to pass backwards, but it got knocked out by a Wadena player. Still with Aitkin here. Bringing it up once again is Brecken Williams. Some tough defense on ball by Teshi Lower, but It's going to be a foul on Lower. Aitkin keeps it. Nissen will be in charge of getting the inbounds back in play. Once again, trying to kick around. Lots of driving from this team. Not a ton of outside shooting yet from Aitkin. The ball is tipped away but recovered by Palm. Nissen finds a cutting man, gets the pass inside, and it's bouncing twice off and out. Asmus got an all right look from it and couldn't get it to go. Wadena once again, a three is pulled here. A little left and a little too much from Peyton Church. Aitkin going the other way. 8:15 left in this game, 16-9 for Wadena. Asmus again in the paint. They've found their go-to, or it seemed as such. He got it in the restricted zone, tried to put that same back down move on him, wouldn't get it to go. Perimeter play has been nice so far from Wadena. Drive in on the left side, elbow jumper is good here from Peyton Church. He's been doing a nice job with those, inside the paint free throw line jumpers so far.
Empty possessions for Aitkin are starting to mount up, and points on the other side for Wadena-Deer Creek. Back-to-back possessions and 4 points the other way as it looks like a foul here.
Attempted a spin inside, and that's going to get called every day of the week on DeAndre Hammond. It's his first. Nobody hitting the line yet. Wasn't a shooting foul, but as clear as any. Going to be Brecken Williams in charge with the inbound. 7:39 left in the first half, 18-9. Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. This is a really important game for both teams in terms of the streaks they had going that you mentioned in the pregame. Aitkin on a 2-game skid and Wadena-Deer Creek on a 2-game rise. Whichever way this game goes, it's going to be the end for one of them.
One of the 3 losses that Wadena-Deer Creek has had this season, they've all been against really good opponents.
Left side corner three is a quick trigger, but it's too far pushed. Wadena-Deer Creek coming back down. Teshi Lower goes up with the pretty lay, but it's off. Too much power on the lay. Coming back now is Braden Smith. Brecken Williams finds it top of the key again. Aitkin really trying to get something cooking here. At least get something chopped up and thrown in the pot. Maybe not fully cooked yet, but at least try to start something as a three is pulled from the left side wing. No good from Ryan Alexander. Rebound Wadena-Deer Creek. Bringing it up for Wadena-Deer Creek is Kobe Snyder. Ball finds its way left side corner out to DeAndre Hammond. Top of the key Lower. Student section trying to put a little pressure on, but I think it's a little clear that it's a little tepid maybe from Aitkin's performance so far.
Gobbler, since it was tied 3-3 in the rebounds, being out-rebounded 4-1 now.
Drive and a pull-up from the right side wing. Inside 2-point land is off for Teshi Lower. 6:24 left in the first half, 18-9 Wadena-Deer Creek still. Pass out left side corner. A few jab step and a few bumps given by Ryan Alexander. He passes into Asmus. Asmus gets wrapped up as he tries to spin into that same lay. But that's going to be a foul on DeAndre Hammond, I believe. And
looks like Peyton Church will get his first. Team's
Church.
5th.
My apologies.
5 fouls already here for, of course, Wadena-Deer Creek after it started off 2 straight fouls for Aitkin to open up the game tonight.
Aitkin trying to hit halftime, or at least the second half of the first half on a positive note, and the inbound is to nobody but Wadena. As Teshi Lower was pretty much sitting at the free throw line and the ball just landed in his arms.
Not a good sign. Coach Stanfield on the sideline. Not really much to say after that turnover. Now 8-2 in the turnovers in favor, well, unfortunately in favor of Aitkin. Boy, Teshi Lower taking his time establishing the front court here.
Yeah, Teshi Lower is just going to start dribbling it out. Aitkin's not going to pressure him. I can't imagine he's going to do much else if Aitkin is just going to sit there and stare at him.
Well, I'd really like to see this come to play next season when the shot clock comes in, because Teshi Lower is working off that clock as much as we got 5.5 minutes left, and he's just standing at midcourt. Nobody's coming up.
Yeah, 5:26 left in the first half, 18-9. And, I mean, get mad at Teshi Lower all you want. Aitkin's not moving. If they would D up on him a little bit, I have to think that he'd
This
at least
is amazing.
be forced to kick it out.
For those that are tuning in the video stream here tonight, man, Aitkin is not doing. He's worked off at least 45 seconds now off the clock.
Crowd's getting more and more rowdy, and Aitkin's just staring at Lower.
We got basketball coaches aplenty here in the stands here tonight.
You got
Wadena's just loving it here.
Yeah, Wadena-Deer Creek loving Aitkin's reaction as they're going to get in a defensive stance, and they're finally going to pressure him as a foul is going to be called on Aitkin. Teshi Lower passed inside to, I believe, Peyton Church, and the foul was immediately drawn. It's going to be on Brady Smith.
A minute taken off the clock and Gobbler's foul. That
is a
wow.
I mean, whew, talk about something the coach is going to bring up tomorrow during practice. I mean,
you wouldn't get this out in South Dakota where they play 8-minute quarters and 25-second shot clocks too.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. Well, of course, we'll see the introduction of the shot clock next season for Minnesota State high school basketball. I believe 35-second shot clocks they'll be. They'll still have the halves though.
Top of the key, Lower, back to the left side corner, drive down the baseline. Kicked inside, the ball was lost. There was a kick inside attempted to Philip Ross. 3 pulled from the right side wing, and that's good. That's gonna be Braden Smith. Pretty deep pull from Smith.
You'll see that plenty from Braden Smith as well. Gobblers get that basket they needed, and looks like the Gobblers will try and play up a little bit here defensively. Teshi Lower on the basketball.
I think they learned their lesson a little bit.
Yeah.
4:12 left in the first half, 18-12, Wadena-Deer Creek. Back outside, a slow drive in, kick out left side corner. It's off the front of the basket. Pushed it a little there. No good for Wadena-Deer Creek. Crowd is definitely into it more that Teshi Lower established himself as a bit of a villain for these Aitkin fans. Christie, top of the key, putting on some dribble moves, spinning inside. Layup is left just a little short, but Christie gets his own rebound. Puts up the fadeaway, and that's also not good. Teshi tries to go up and get the rebound. He doesn't get it because it was tipped away from Aitkin. Wadena ball. 3:36 left in the first half. 18-12. Wadena still, as we see it, hoping, at least the crowd is hoping, that Aitkin doesn't play that deep again, as a 3 is pulled here, but no good. Isaac Hamann thought he had something cooking there, but oven was cold.
Looks like Gobblers will bring in Nathan Price as soon as they can. I would imagine they'll try and bring him in for Isaac Osmus as well, who's played some extended minutes here in this first half.
Left side wing drive from Christie. He's going to get it down inside to Palm. He drives around and puts one up, and that's good. Facing the basket straight on as he went up for that one. A no-doubter. 2:50 left in the first half. 18-14 Wadena-Deer Creek as the crowd gets more and more riled up now that Aitkin seems to have found a bit of life in them. Teshi Lower gets the pass, kicks out right side corner, a drive inside now, kick back out. Really nice passing here from Wadena-Deer Creek as the crowd just keeps getting louder. Teshi Lower drives in from the left baseline. It's gonna go up for the layup, but it's gonna be blocked. No foul called, it's a clean one on Lower. Bringing it up slow is Aitkin now, trying to be a little more careful here. Right side wing was
Come on, Eli.
pretty. There's a 3 pulled by Eli, but it's no good. Christie put one up, but it's a rebound from Aitkin. Kicked out right side wing is good now from Brecken Williams. Nice stuff here from Aitkin to bring it back within 1:53 left in the first half. 18-17. Wadena-Deer Creek still holding on to the same 18 points they had minutes before. They find Teshi Lower in the paint. Top of the key pass down. Lower had to get up for that one, but got there and put the layup in.
Smallest kid on the court gets one past the biggest kid on the court. Teshi Lower winning that one against the likes of Isaac Osmus down low.
Braden Smith trying a tough drive, passes out to Asmus. Drive now, mid-range, pulled! And it is clean all the way for Brecken Williams near the right side elbow. Lower, slowly walking it up, passes into Hamann. The crowd is fired up, and a mid-range is pulled from Philip Ross, and it's no good. 20-19. Wadena-Deer Creek, 1 minute left in the first half. We wanted a battle, and we didn't think we were getting it for those first couple minutes, but we sure have got it now. Braden Smith on the left side wing passes into Asmus. He manages to go up and get that pass and put it away.
Gobblers take their first lead of the night, 21-20. Nice touch inside from Isaac Asmus there.
38 seconds and counting, 21-20. Aitkin, crowd fired up, players fired up. Passing around, trying to find an open man. Another free throw jumper bounces around and in for Peyton Church. 22 seconds. 22-21, Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines are up on the Aitkin Gobblers. Can't blame Aitkin if they want to get the final shot here, as Brecken Williams is going to try to find it. 9 seconds counting down. He passes out to Christie. Asmus is there. He kicks inside. He's going to have to put up a tough fadeaway. The pass is outside, and he's going to get it off from three, but it's going to be pushed to the left. Bit of ball poking from Wadena-Deer Creek made me unsure that a shot would be able to get off. But it does, and it is no good. We hit the half, 22-21. Wadena-Deer Creek. We'll be back after a few messages. You're listening to us on KKI and AM 930, 103.1 FM, The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
JT's Station in Fertile carries a variety of items that are sure to meet your needs, and you should stop in today. They sell hot stuff foods, frozen foods, selected groceries, household products, and much more. The Hot Stuff Foods and Deli will provide you with a fresh, quick, and easy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they also offer some of the best car services in town. They're open 6 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. daily. It's JT's Station in Fertile.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Welcome back here on KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. For those also tuning in with the video stream at yourliveevent.com. 22-21 at the halftime break. Aitkin Gobblers trail the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. Paul Volt joined alongside with Parker Schott. First half started off slow for Aitkin. Turnovers were mounting up heavy early on for the Gobblers, but a late run here in the first half. Gobblers were down 18-9 at one point, Parker, but the Gobblers close out the half with a 12-4 run to close off the first half, and had a shot at the end there to take the lead, but ultimately just trailed by one, especially after trailing so early. Offense was a little bit sluggish out of the gate for the Gobblers.
Yeah, and I think more than anything, sluggish as well as unfocused. A lot of those turnovers, especially early on, just seemed like a team that wasn't really locked in fully. And I know it was a big moment in the first half, but it has to be marked as the turning point so far is when Lower dribbled out the clock for a full minute.
A full minute.
Aitkin,
wow.
Well, I think that's when Aitkin truly, it clicked for Aitkin.
Mm-hmm.
They needed something, some form of motivation, I think, at that point. They were, like you said, very sluggish, kind of uninspired to some degree. And that, hearing the crowd's reaction, the shouting, the cheers from the Wadena-Deer Creek bench, they were eating it up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that extra added pressure, that added presence mounted on Aitkin, and they harnessed it and they played with it well.
Gobblers, of course, down at the half by the score 22-21. Halftime numbers do include with Isaac Hammond 10 points to go along with 3 rebounds in that first half for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. Peyton Church finished off the half with 6 points as well. Gobblers out rebounding Aitkin 10-7 that department, 9-6 in turnovers in favor of Aitkin, unfortunately. But also a really nice first half, especially numbers haven't been overall strong as of late, but still productive. Alex Palm for the Gobblers, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Gobblers tried to go down low early as well, and they definitely got a couple of nice touches inside there. And closing out the first half, they were able to get a little bit more push inside.
Yeah, right, and I really felt that presence with Palm and with Asmus on some of those back downs that they had on that low block. I really felt it like it expanded their offense. Those first offensive possessions, it kind of felt like the guards were just running back and forth, passing to each other on the perimeter, not able to get any penetration on the inside of the defense. But with that added presence, that scoring notability for Wadena-Deer Creek to be like, these guys can score, and they will score if we don't play hard, that definitely opened up the playbook a little bit.
Gobblers trail 22-21 here at the halftime break. We'll get a break in. We'll get a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Second half adjustments coming up. Gobblers trail 22-21 here on KKIN AM and also at yourliveevent.com.
Wood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
Mr. May's ornithology class.
My last 6 years on the Aitkin All-Stars.
Going to Rumble on the Red wrestling tournament.
I was going to the state tournament last year for wrestling.
Making one of those last-minute shots against Crosby.
Going to state my 10th grade year for wrestling.
The Virginia tournament during basketball.
My chemistry class last year.
I would say the Virginia tournament.
Going to state my freshman year for dance.
Being able to participate in multiple sports teams.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
Open Wednesday through Monday, 2 to 9.
Welcome back here this evening to Aitkin High School, yourliveevent.com, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. For those tuning in with the audio stream at Your Live Event, I should say at rjbroadcasting.com. Out-of-town scoreboard update. A couple of games on the airwaves tonight. Halftime score over in Skeeter, 101.5. Crosby Ironton boys up at halftime, 43-22 on Skeeter, 101.5. They're up the road in Greenway tonight. Final score, an early start tonight on Cash 95.9 with that one being, I should say, that one's on yourliveevent.com. The Pine River Bacchus girls defeat, Pine River Bacchus girls defeat Red Lake 65-39. Of course, a couple other games still just getting underway here. We'll get halftime scores before too long here with our broadcast schedule here tonight. Paul Vogt joined alongside with Parker Schott. Second half coming up here. Gobblers trail 22-21. Parker, what do you see here? Some big glaring things the Gobblers need to address here if they want to be able to. I mean, it's a 1-point differential, but we've seen here throughout the season, Gobblers a little bit slow to the halftime locker room. They get down, they have to rally back and ultimately either win at the end or have lost near the very end as well. What do the Gobblers need to do to get out of that little funk that they usually do out of the halftime break?
Well, I think the Gobblers just got to keep doing what they're doing defensively. I mean, going into the end of the half, Wadena-Deer Creek was sitting at 18 for a solid couple minutes and could not score the ball. So they're playing really nice, tight, compact half-court defense against a really nice half-court offense. And I'm really hoping that they don't come out and immediately press, because I think that Wadena-Deer Creek is fast enough to expose the kind of soft underbelly of the defense that it leaves when you pull that many people out to press so far up. So that's what I think Aitkin should be doing going to the half. For Wadena-Deer Creek, I mean, just keep doing what you were doing in the first half. You had it all. You had nice passing. Find that extra pass. Get that open man. Call those pick and rolls. It just vanished for them. And that obviously credit given to the Gobblers for being able to stay on top of it. But really, Wadena-Deer Creek, I'm not sure what happened. It just felt different after Aitkin pulled back.
Gobblers trail against Wadena-Deer Creek 22-21. Second half coming up here after break on KKIN AM and yourliveevent.com.
Dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
If your vehicle...
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on yourliveevent.com. Aitkin Gobblers trailing the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines boys high school basketball. Paul Volt, Parker shot as we get ready here for the start of the second half of this ball game. And Parker, it's all you once again here.
Thank you so much. Aitkin taking a little longer time in the huddle than Wadena, but nevertheless, they are back out to restart this game. I mean, it really can't be understated. These two teams going into this are very similar, at least quality-wise, and we're getting the game we wanted finally, or at least expected.
Gobblers have really been shown that as well, especially in the second part of their schedule as well here as of late, with Wadena-Deer Creek fighting for the ball here right out of the opening inbound. Looks like Gobblers will get the ball after the jump ball tie-up here.
Yeah, the pass was inside from the left corner to a cutting lower, and he wisely jumped on it without Aitkin being able to grab it and run away with the fast break, but still very tough for Wadena to throw away their first possession. There's a drive here now by Williams. He'll kick back outside to Palm. Williams past the free throw line inside, gets it inside on the baseline. A nice cutter from Alex Palm on the right side. Short jumper goes.
That's going to be huge for Aitkin as well. Get that post play going. I mean, you put up the human brick wall that is, and steal there by Christie.
Christie steals, Christie lays, and Christie is good. It was a pass from Hammond trying to go back to Teshi lower, and it just wasn't there. Read perfectly by Christie. Wadena-Deer Creek sluggish coming out of the halftime break, and it's blocked by Asmus. Paint monster, but Wadena-Deer Creek keeps the ball. Trying to reset all the momentum, very quickly swaying Aitkin's way. Lower, nice bounce pass inside to Phillip Ross, and that's good.
Ross with his first points in the night. Now that makes every starter for Wadena-Deer Creek with points here this evening.
16:33 left in the first half as Christie drives in on a hard one. No foul called. Tough defense. Not really an open look. A kick out right side corner. No good from Isaac Hammond.
Palm got the rebound there for the Gobblers.
Christie almost one-man armying Wadena-Deer Creek, but gets tied up right at about the free throw line, and Wadena-Deer Creek will get the ball back. 16-16 left in the first half. 25-24 Aitkin Gobblers.
Gobblers on a nice 4-2 run to open up the half after they trailed by 1.
Bringing it up is lower. Finds once again in the free throw line, and he's got those for days. Peyton Church dealing with that same shot. Some of these have been really tight, almost no separation on Church, but he's still getting these ones to go.
Yeah, can't blame him for that. Just great shot there. Unfortunately, another turnover by Aitkin. That's 2 already to start the half.
Pass was to the right corner by Brecken Williams, but it was left high. Not able to get grabbed as Wadena-Deer Creek back on offense. Kick out left side corner. Closeout was good, and it's an air ball. Kobe Snyder was left corner from it was another nice pass by Lower. Nice vision to kick it out on that drive.
Oh.
Pass was attempted to be inside to Asmus from Williams. Wasn't there. Wadena-Deer Creek back on offense. Christie playing really aggressive. Really like to see that out of him, as same shot is taken and missed by Church. Wadena-Deer Creek allowed to reset, though, from the three-point line as Church will pull from three. That's pushed left, no good. Wadena, another rebound. Church once again from three off the back iron. Wadena rebounds again. Lower to the right corner. Trying to figure it out. Hammond pulls another three. This one's only hitting glass. Another rebound. It's going to be a block, but there's a foul on Asmus. And wow. Coming in for Aitkin. But
4 offensive rebounds on that possession for Wadena-Deer Creek. Gobblers got to close out Osmus and Palm there. I mean, might have gotten a couple of pushes here and there, but nonetheless, at the line here is Hammond.
Snyder, first free throw is no good. As, yeah, a really tough sequence for Aitkin. Maybe 1 or 2 of those were some nice bounces, as Snyder goes to the free throw line and misses both, but it's a nice rebound, and the ball is going to bounce to Aitkin. Some really poor passing on that nice opportunity.
First free throws in the night for either team as well here, so.
14:28 left in the first half, 26-25 Wadena-Deer Creek. Pass out right side wing. Brecken Williams passes Asmus. Same move, no good, but he's able to go up and rip the ball away for a second from Philip Ross, but bounces right to Lower, right place, right time. Left side wing, Lower finds, travel. It's gonna be a travel. Lower, another pass on that low block down to Ross, and Ross will come out now for Nate Peterson. Aitkin bringing it up again. Same even start to the second half as it was at the end of the first, as Christie drives in on a tough one. He keeps the ball somehow. Smith kicks inside. It's a drive down the baseline. Short one put up and good from Nathan Price. Christie, a 1v3 drive, and managed to hold on to the ball and kick it back out for Aitkin to still have a chance on that possession.
A nice pass as well there as Teshi from three.
Lower fires and it's no good. Rebound, Aitkin seemed to have patched that issue quick enough. 13:25 left in the first half as there's...
Looks like Osmus might have gotten roughed up a little bit.
Yeah, he's holding his nose right now. They're gonna bring in Alex Palm for him. 13:23 left in the first half, 27-26 Aitkin up on Wadena-Deer Creek.
Plus of being in Aitkin as well, no shortage of medical training staff and nearby.
Right.
Of course, a few doctors in the stands here tonight, but our medical trainer will make sure Isaac is good to go.
Another nice pass into the paint. That might have been, I would hope a bit of that got taken on that Nathan Price attempt, because if not, it was way off. Lower pass is tipped back to Aitkin. Tight defense and maybe a few errant passes has helped out the beginning of this not exactly be a screamer offensively. Williams setting up. Smith will pull the tough three. Turnaround, no. In and out. Interesting pull there with Teshi Lower right there on the closeout. But right side corner, thought about it and passed it back to Lower. Here's Isaac Hammond now, back to Lower. He'll get the pick and roll. He'll drive in right side, turn around, fire the jumper, left it short off the front of the rim.
Christie already now takes the team lead, tied with the team lead, 4 rebounds with Alex Palm, also here tonight with 4 rebounds for the Gobblers.
12-10 left in the first half, 27-26 Aitkin. Williams again with the ball in his hands. Seems to be the primary playmaker so far. Finds Christie right side wing. Finds an open, he doesn't shoot it though. Thought an attempt might have been made by Price, but a nice pass fake and a nice shot from Alex Palm inside the paint. Wadena-Deer Creek now bringing the ball up as the crowd starts to get fired up once again. Open, possible drive, left side corner, driving back right now. In the hands of Laying it up on the baseline is no good. That was Hamann. Had an all right look at it. Couldn't finish it off. Aitkin on the way back. 11:15 left in the first half. 29-26 Aitkin. A drive in from Christie. He puts up the top play. He's been driving on a lot of those, and luckily for Aitkin, he hasn't shot a lot of them because they've been extremely contested, but Wadena back in business, trying to make a move. It's good from Lower. In between the high and low blocks, as a timeout is going to be called by Wadena-Deer Creek. And they will be playing a bit of music, and we'll be giving you a few ads. KKIN 930 AM, FM 103.1, The Gobbler, and as well on yourliveevent.com.
You want the best in quality bodywork? You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more
Parker shot, Paul Vold back with you here in Aitkin, watching a nice competitive game. It's been a nice change of pace for me. My first couple matches were not nearly as exciting as the one I had with Devin out in Pine River Bacchus against Cass Lake Bena, and now this one, definitely a little more interesting to call this one.
Yeah, definitely, especially with Wadena-Deer Creek, who didn't really get the fully mention. I mean, they're 5-3 on the season. Their 3 losses have come against Wentz Central, Perham, and Henning, and those teams are ranked very high in each of their respective classes. I know West Central I think was ranked 2 in single A. Henning as well. They're usually in the state tournament. Perham as well, a powerhouse program in Class AA.
Nissen driving in and passes back out to Braden Smith. Smith fires the 3, and that one is good. Banging around the rim and down. Smith confident from 3, and you like that, especially for an Aitkin team that has been a little susceptible to cooling off on offense. When shots don't fall, a pass inside on the right side. Now that's a score for Isaac Hamann once again. Nice feed, nicer finish. Managing to capitalize on the good look. Aitkin finds Asmus on the left elbow. A drive in now. Asmus passed to Brecken Williams and got the pass in stride and got it to go down.
Brecken now takes the lead, team lead at 10 points here tonight. Only Gobbler in double digits so far.
Lower kicks out right side wing. It ends up back with Lower. Thinks about the 3, kicks back out. Aitkin giving a lot of space as this 3 is off from Hamann. Wadena able to get the rebound. A 3 pulled from Church. That one's nothing but net from the top of the key. A nice look there from Church. No choice but to pull that one. 9:34 left in the first half. 34-33 Aitkin.
Seeing a little bit of similarity as well as they got up, did Aitkin in the second half as well against Barnum. And, you know, Barnum didn't stay away, and, well, unfortunately the Bombers made it hurt with getting that win on Tuesday.
Smith left side drive, passes inside to Asmus. Contested, it doesn't matter. Asmus at 6'8" is going to make that shot an issue any day. So that is a tough make for number 35 as Wadena-Deer Creek tries to come back on defense. 9 minutes left in the first half. 36-33, Aitkin Gobblers up on the Wolverines. Lower dribble move, splits the defenders, gets caught up. It's going to be a foul on the Lower drive. Few surprised reactions from the crowd as a few subs will come in now. It'll be DeAndre Hammond and who else is coming in then?
Saw Eli Christie as well as Nathan Price for the Gobblers check back in as well. Second foul for Isaac Osmus. Only the second foul of the half for either team. Both of them, unfortunately, to Aitkin. Ooh.
DeAndre Hammond tries to drive in. Ball gets poked away, but it's going to be a foul now on Eli Christie.
Yep, that's his second tonight. Third foul for the Gobblers here in this half.
Wadena-Deer Creek. Aitkin playing tough defense on the inbounds once again. Lower forced to fully back it out, and the pass is just not there. Really not there.
6th turnover of the half for Wadena-Deer Creek. Aitkin with 4 here in this contest.
Aitkin bringing the ball back up. 8:40 left in the first half, 36-33. Asmus with it on the low post. It's going to be a foul on Asmus as he tried to back down. It's going to be on number 33, Philip Ross. It's going to be his first foul of the match. As Smith is back in, Nissen will go back to the bench.
Kobe Snyder checking back in as well. He comes in for Hamann.
Aitkin trying to take, I believe, their first 2-possession lead of the game. Smith, tough drive, puts up the lay off the back iron. Rebound by Asmus. He's fouled on the way back up, and he'll hit the line for 2. Really nice effort from Smith and Asmus. First for the attempt to even be close. Really toughly contested drive. Asmus goes up and gets the job done, draws the foul.
First trip to the line for anybody wearing a Gobbler uniform here tonight.
First made free throw of the match here by Asmus.
Second foul as well for Philip Ross. That's back-to-back fouls for him. Back-to-back for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines.
Second one is also good from Asmus. Lower figuring it out. This pass connects, and it'll try to go back to Lower, and Christie hops right in front of it. Another fast break layup for Eli Christie. Tried to go, that was Kobe Snyder trying to go right back to Lower, and again, Christie, nice vision, read all the way through the read as tripped up here is DeAndre Hammond. He loses the ball. Another fast break from Aitkin. Found is Christie cutting from right to left, and that's going to be a timeout for Wadena-Deer Creek. 7:56 left in the first half, 42-33. The Aitkin Gobblers have all of a sudden exploded to increase their lead. You're listening to us here on KKI on AM 930 and FM 103.1 The Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
Since 1938, purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated, Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
3571 today.
Back with you now in Aitkin, and wow, as soon as I mentioned Aitkin trying to fight for their first just 2-possession game of the night, all of a sudden you blink and they're up 9. 10 seconds left in this timeout as Aitkin tries to game plan how to protect this lead.
Yeah, a couple turnovers as of late on the defensive end. Gobblers have been taking advantage. Eli Christie showing up here now. 6 of his 8 points scored here in the second half as well. Gobblers taking advantage. I mean, 8 turnovers already here in the second half compared to 4 for Aitkin. Gobblers doing their part here on the defensive end of the floor.
Everybody getting back up and riled up. Church pulls a deep 3, left it a little short. Rebound by Lower. He's going to go up and get fouled. He'll go to the line. Really tough showing from Lower, being easily the shortest guy on the court, crashing the boards, grabbing the rebound, and being able to hit the line. Foul will be on Christie. That's his 3rd of the match.
That's going to be a tough one as well. 7:45, a lot of time left on that clock, especially Eli Christie now at the sake of 3 fouls against him. Now it's going to force Coach Stanfield to make a move here.
It's going to bring Christie out, and that'll bring in Ryan Alexander. First time we've called his name tonight. Lower second one is also good. 7:44 left in the second half. Caught myself. 42-35. Aitkin still trying to nurture and hopefully grow that lead for the fans here next to Paul and I. As Smith will kick out back out to Brecken Williams. He'll get Asmus down into the paint.
Nice.
He'll jump and get the board, and he'll be fouled going up for the pass. Some solid contact will be on Philip Ross.
That's his third.
It's his third as well.
Which will force Coach Thunberg. Looks like he's going to bring back in Nate Peterson. This will be an interesting matchup as well, if and when you get that in. Ooh, bad turnover.
Inbound to Asmus, but he's not able to secure the ball. Wadena-Deer Creek back with it. Right side corner, Lower pulls the three, and it's a splash and a half. And an immediate timeout here by Aitkin. Can't blame him. You're up 9, and all of a sudden you're only up 4. Tough look from Aitkin. Only a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay with you here as this match is, again, back to being a heart-wrencher.
I think it's going to be interesting because of the fact of the defensive pressure, a lot of it coming from Eli Christie. Well, he's now on the bench with 3 fouls, and if the Gobblers can control things down low in the paint, especially now with Philip Ross with 3 fouls, he's on the bench. Nate Peterson on the floor right now. He's got 1 foul. The Gobblers can push that down low, get Isaac Osmus in a little bit of space, maybe eat up some space, because it looks like the Gobblers trying to get him going, but also Alex Palm here in the second half has already doubled his point total from 4 in the first half. He's at 8 now. Open up a few looks, and Braden Smith's hit a couple of threes tonight, but obviously can't rely on 2 kids to get the job done entirety. But the Gobblers still up here with 7 minutes to go.
Wadena-Deer Creek playing further up than they were before. Maybe trying to get a foul out of Aitkin. Get some more key players on the bench. It's a tough baseline jumper is off. That was Ryan Alexander. Wadena-Deer Creek quickly going the other way. Pass, driving inside, going up, and that's going to be a foul. Isaac Hamann got the pass going from the right side straight to the bucket. Hacked on his way up. He'll hit the line.
That's unfortunate as well. That's Isaac's 3rd foul as well. It looks like we'll see Palm and Christie check it back in for the Gobblers.
First one is off from Hamann.
Again, all free throw trips here in this contest for both sides have been here in the second half and in most recent minutes.
Second one is also off. You got to think if this game does end up being a 1 or 2 point game, all 4 free throws attempted by Wadena-Deer Creek have been misses. Brecken Williams right wing, looking for it, finds it. Low post, trying to make a move, puts up the tough fade away, and it swirls in. Alex Palm, tough play.
It was a little Tim Duncan-esque there, the big fundamental.
3 is off there from Kobe Snyder. Wadena-Deer Creek keeps the ball, tough drive in. Gonna say it was a push. He's gonna hit the line for 2 now. And yeah, you talk about the big fundamentals. It feels like that's kind of what all the Aitkin Gobblers big men look up to, it seems like. They've all got those same type of packages, really relying on that pivot foot to get the defender up and jumping, as the first one for Lower is good.
Also puts the 6th-team foul of the half here for Aitkin. Unfortunately, 6 team fouls. Next one will be a 1-and-1 for the for Wadena-Deer Creek.
1 good, 1 off for Lower. 6:01 left in the second half. 44 Aitkin, 39 Wadena-Deer Creek. This one's still within reach absolutely for Wadena-Deer Creek, and they know that, and it's blocked. A nice pass inside as Nathan Price tried to go up for it, and it immediately swatted away. Lower drives in.
Oh, nice.
A hezzy, and it's stripped away from Nate Peterson as he tried to drive in. Aitkin back in business. Now Aitkin left side wing. It's going to be right side wing now. More perimeter passing. More empty possessions could very easily lead to Wadena coming back and snatching that lead immediately. And this one is tipped. Isaac Hamann on the nice read and the well-played defense.
Good movement down low there to find some space. Alex Palm had some good separation underneath the hoop.
Inbounds for Aitkin. Brecken Williams is in charge, finds Smith. Back to Williams, right side wing. crossing to his left. Tight defense. Not sure. More perimeter passing here. Aitkin really taking advantage of that no shot clock rule we mentioned earlier. Passing and passing until they find the right shot, and there's going to be a whistle called. It's going to be a foul, I believe, on number 21. Yes, it will be a foul on Isaac Hamann. His first.
Hamann and Lohr both leading the team for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines, both with 12 points here tonight.
Smith inbounds bounce pass is taken by Wadena-Deer Creek, going the other way now. Ball is lost. Christie able to pick it back up, going the other way. He's going to try to slow it down. Just kidding, he crosses, goes back, finds Price. Three-point land is no good. Rebound Lohr.
Shot seemed just a little bit rushed there from Nathan.
Right side wing, closeout, doesn't matter. Tough. It was a two-pointer. His foot was on the line, I believe, as Kobe Snyder hits a nice one. A timeout again will be called. It'll be 4:25 left in the second half, 44-41 for the Aitkin Gobblers. Another 30-second timeout, so we will hang with you here. And Paul, what are you thinking right now?
Gobblers up. It feels like it's 0-0 every time one team is on one end of the floor or the other. Whoever has the ball in their hands, they're both playing as if it's 0-0 right now and trying to get the advantage. Gobblers up by 3, but, you know, as this game has moved along, we're starting to see foul trouble. Obviously, Isaac Osmus, Eli Christie's on the floor. He's got 3 fouls. Isaac is, obviously on the bench with 3 fouls. But watch here to see how things develop. Alex Palm, he's got 10 points tonight. I'd like to see, the Gobblers try to push it down low with him down there. He's not afraid of that contact, and especially get that right matchup, as it looks like Hamann will stay on him for the most part.
Christie, right side wing, only up 1 possession, so got to make each one count at this point. 4:10 left in the second half. Smith puts one up from the left side elbow, and that one is good. Had the open look, pulled, fired, and made. Wadena-Deer Creek still fighting from behind. Looking for 3. They've been better on the perimeter than Aitkin, as a tough half floater, half layup here from, I believe, Peyton Church.
Yep.
Is good. Aitkin, again, still trying to find that leverage to really slam the door shut on Wadena-Deer Creek. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half. 46-43 Aitkin. Brecken Williams trying to find any sort of separation he can. It's going to be a timeout called again now by Aitkin. And the amount of timeouts called here, a qualm I've seen with a lot of casual basketball fans is sometimes the end of the game can take a little long, but we'll be here with you every step of the way, listening on KKIN AM 930, 10.3.1 FM, The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology.
Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
Back with you now. Bottom 4 minutes. 3.5 actually in this one. Still a close game. No team sealing it up and no team getting beat down to give up. Crowd maybe not as, aggressive as they were earlier on, but still very much at the edge of their seats as their Aitkin Gobblers are only up 3 points in this one. Aitkin taking the inbound, trying to find somebody open, and does. Finds Alex Palm. He goes from the left corner all the way to the right wing and finds Smith, kicks it back out to the perimeter. Brecken Williams is going to drive and put a tough one up, and it's going to be roll around and out. Rebound attempt by Osmus, but Wadena-Deer Creeksfield gets it. I couldn't see what was going on with the student section. Paul, fill me in.
I think there's a foul called as Eli Christie came out with the basketball. No, they're going to say this one against Aitkin, or maybe it was Aitkin who stepped out of bounds with the basketball. Coach Stanfield looking for an explanation as well. Aitkin came out with the ball, but yet it's Wadena-Deer Creek who has the possession.
Lower trying to still be that playmaker to try to get Wadena-Deer Creek at least within one of Aitkin, if not tie the game up now. As tantalizing as it is to tie this game up, you got to take whatever open look there is, 3 or not to 3. Lower drives in, tough one, kicks back out. Fake here by Church, another kick out. Some nice passing, double teamed in the low post. Forces Nate Peterson to kick it back out. Crowd getting loud now. Lower trying to find a bit of separation. Gets it to Hamann. He's trying to break it down. Kicks right side wing. 3 is up, 3 is left, short by Kobe Snyder. Crowd very pleased. 2:05 left in the second half. 46-43 Aitkin. Brecken Williams puts the brakes on at the top of the key. Kicks left side, running all the way cross court. Kicking to the right side, Brecken Williams kicks inside baseline drive. Smith is just going to run it all the way back out to the left wing. Right side corner still with Aitkin. Christie on the right wing, maybe looking to slow it down. 1:39 left in the second half. Same score. Coming across his palm, and the ball's going to get taken away. Tough drive, and it's going. He's going to be going to the line for 2. It's going to be an offensive foul. Hamann will be hitting the line.
Insult to injury on that one.
Yeah, audible groan from the crowd here as a chance to pull within 1 for Wadena-Deer Creek. Really tough time to lose track of the ball, as the first one is good for Hamann. His first make of the night when they needed it most, for sure.
Yeah, 1 of 3 right now at the line is Hamann.
Hamann up for his second. Crowd getting loud. Off the front and off the glass. Rebound, and it's good. Nate Peterson grabs the board and puts it back. Tie game at 46. 1:22 left in the second half. If you like exciting basketball, you like what I'm talking about. Brecken Williams, left side wing, kicks to the left corner. Braden Smith trying to find an open look. Bumps lower. There's going to be a timeout called again by Aitkin. 1:09 left in the second half. All knotted up at 46. It's going to be Wadena-Deer Creek sitting in the bonus. We will come back. You're listening on KKIN 930 AM, 103.1 FM, The Gobbler, and YourLiveEvent.com.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
We're back with you in the middle of a tense fight. Wadena-Deer Creek and the home Aitkin Gobblers tied up at 46, right where we left you and right where we're gonna pick you up.
Both teams coming out of here at this timeout, both with 10 turnovers. Obviously the most recent one from Aitkin, a costly one. First make on a free throw after a foul by Alex Palm, and then ultimately a putback on the missed free throw from Nate Peterson. His first points of the ball game, and well, here we are tied at 46.
Aitkin trying to put it away. Williams back out left side wing. Christie deep in his own three-point zone, gets the pick and roll. Trying to find an open man, finds Brecken Williams. Back with it, he's gonna find Nathan Price right side wing. A zippy pass back to Christie. Gotta be careful with some of those. They can be fast break starters for the other team. Close to tipping the ball there is Hamann, but Williams able to snag the pass and keep things moving. 35 seconds left in the second half, tied at 46.
Gobblers going to try and hold here for the final shot, it looks like.
27 and counting. Still some more back and forth passing. Pick and rolls being set for the guards, trying to find something. 19 seconds left. Aitkin is absolutely looking for that final shot as a whistle's going to be blown. It's a timeout for Aitkin. We're going to stay right here since we just dealt you some ads, and I'm sure you want to hear how this storybook closes. 16.1 seconds left. 46 points each, Paul.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about it here. Both head coaches were talking about in this one. I mean, it's coming down to the very end. Both of them have played some very tight games throughout the season, especially with Wadena-Deer Creek, barring, some of those losses that they had earlier this year against, Perham, Henning, and even the likes of West Central area. I mean, they've been tight games throughout the whole year, and the Gobblers, especially in the last 5 games especially, have come down at the very end, except for that loss that they had against Cloquet last week as well. But nonetheless, they've taken it all the way down. I mean, the Gobblers were trying to find something offensively on that last possession. They had it for, just over a minute to go. Couldn't quite find it. Coach Stanfield uses the last timeout. Gobblers are going to try and win it here at the last possession.
Crowd getting loud now. Aitkin still with possession. Again, 16.1 seconds left. Last time, most recently these teams were on the court, Aitkin looked like they were holding out for the final shot to try to buzzer beat this one into the locker room, as there's going to be a foul here.
Foul to give.
I believe Hammond deals that one out. Able to give it. Wadena-Deer Creek may just force Aitkin to go to the free throw line and force him to make both.
Well, they've got fouls to give here.
They're going to do it again. Wadena-Deer Creek wanted a jump ball, but they're not going to get it. Foul, 11.9 left, 46 each.
Teshy Laura with his second.
Another inbound set for Braden Smith. Defense up tight. It's to Williams. Back to Christie, pick and roll set. Williams pops up at the right elbow and it's off. Rebound Aitkin, back out Braden Smith, 2 seconds left. Off back iron, a turnaround shot, and it's waved off. Baby, we're going to overtime. Tied at 46, Aitkin, 3 chances to put it away, and 3 misses offline. Got to be a tough one, but we've got more basketball coming up for you. Paul, man, oh man. We got one on our hands, don't we?
Yep, back-to-back contest. The Gobblers will take it to the extra frame here tonight, and no shortage of excitement as well. Gobblers had a couple of different chances. Eli Christie with a look. Braden Smith had a look, and then, Alex Paul just threw something up at the end. I don't think it was going to count nonetheless, but the Gobblers, certainly going to be in for one here tonight.
I initially thought that Christie was going to stop and pop from the three-point line. I thought he had a look from there. Drives in a little further. That kick back out to Braden Smith. I mean, he's been confident from 3, but he's backed it up by making a pair, or a few of them in this matchup. So I don't blame the crowd for all standing up thinking they may have a Hollywood moment, but there we
Getting your money's worth here tonight there, kid.
Yeah, I guess so. Getting extra experience now that I'm getting 4 more minutes of game time with you, the listener. And this incredible game, a season highlight for whichever team wins. No matter what, overtime wins will always be like that. Shows resilience, shows stamina, shows a hard fight and an unwillingness to give up. The loser, maybe a little more sting on it just because of how much more you got to put in, but regardless, the overtime tip coming in, it's going to be Palm versus Snyder. Ref getting set. All eyes locked on the court. Let's play overtime basketball as Aitkin starts with it. Starting with it, Brecken Williams. Cutting in, Christie between the legs, trying to break down his defender, drives left, top of the key, finds Price. Price to Smith, pick and roll. Smith dancing around, gets past the defender, and the layup is good. Smith has been running all around the court with the ball in his fingertips, and that one is no different. 48-46, Aitkin Gobblers, 3:26 left in overtime. Lower trying to set something up here. Lower thinks about the three, splits the defenders, pivots, kicks out to Church. Church out to Hammond. Hammond's gonna drive, give a bump. Back out. Lower with it, left side wing, spins back out to the top of the key. Another Hezzy. Peterson passes into Lower, and Lower not able to grab the pass. Aitkin ball, 3:03 left in overtime, 48-46.
Yeah, big turnover there. It looks like Wadena-Deer Creek a little indecisive who wants to take the shot here as Gobblers up by 2 now.
Another big possession to possibly go up 2 possessions. A nice feed here from Christie to Price. Finds Price cutting in. That is good. Wadena-Deer Creek now got to get something going. 2:40 left in counting. Gobblers up 50-46. Finds Church going around. They're not going to call a travel. Peterson goes up again, misses, gets his own rebound, and he's going to get fouled. Going back up, he'll hit the line. Crowd screaming travel. Refs do not agree. It's going to be a foul on Brecken Williams. Second of this matchup for him. Very important free throws here for Peterson. First one pushed left and too far back. That's no good. This one would still bring him within 1 possession. Second free throw for Peterson. Crowd cheering, and it's also no good. Aitkin still up 4, 2:25 left. Brecken Williams trying to stop and go on his defender. Aaron, it's going to be a timeout. My apologies. Aitkin.
No, I think it was poked out of his hands. Gobblers have no timeouts left.
I thought so.
Yep, just poked out of Brecken Williams' hands.
Smith trying to inbounds. He does to Christie. Christie crosses his defender, but loses it. Saves it from rolling out of bounds. Price now trying to figure it out. He drives in, he sees a lane, he kicks back out, and it's errant. They're going to try to call a foul on it, but there's going to be no foul called. Few people thinking there was a foul, but
thought maybe you saw a tip out of the hand out of the pass from Nathan Price. It took a weird angle as it went off his hand, but apparently not.
Lower, think it over. Christie almost got the steal. That would have been a tough one for Wadena-Deer Creek to swallow. 1:53 left in overtime. 50-46. Aitkin pass on the low block. Peterson back out right wing. It's going to go to Lower. He's going to get fouled. He'll hit the line for 2.
Looks like I get a 1-and-1 here.
Tried to drive. It's going to be on. Not on. Sorry about that. That's Nathan Price with the foul.
Yep, Price with the foul there. That's his second. So 1-and-1 here for Teshi Lohr.
Lohr makes the first.
So we'll get the second there. Now 13 points on the night for Lohr, joining Hammond and Church, both with 13 points.
Lohr, second free throw would bring him within 2. Crowd screams at him, and Lohr ignores. Both free throws good for Lohr. Very important free throws. 1:41 left in overtime. 50-48 Aitkin. Braden Smith driving. Going to give a bump to Lohr. Kick out Price. Trying to find his man. He finds Williams. Tough movement over the screen. Refs don't call anything. The shot from the free throw line is off the back iron. Wadena in business. Able to tie or take the lead depending on which way they go with this bucket. 1:13 left in overtime. Lohr thinks about pulling the 3. The pass. Christie is there and just rips it out of the air. Was not high enough. Christie in the face of the passer and just wasn't really able. He didn't even need to get his feet really off the ground, as there's going to be a push here from Peterson. And hitting the line now will be Nathan Price.
He's going to go to the line with a 1-and-1.
57.4 seconds left. 50-48, Aitkin. Cannot stress enough how much these free throws are becoming more and more make or break. First one off the front iron. Still a 2-point game, 53 seconds and counting. Lohr finds Church, he brings it around. Lohr again. Left side corner, Snyder kicks inside. No good for Hamann, but it's going to be a foul here, as I believe Peterson will hit the line. He will. It'll be a foul on Alex Palm.
I think Palm got all ball on that one, but apparently not by our official.
First free throw. Insurmountably important. 42.3 left, and he left it short.
0 of 3 now at the line, Peterson here in overtime.
Still a 50-48 game.
Interesting here, Coach Stanfield going to the bench. He's going to bring in Andrew Martinson and take out Nathan Price.
Second free throw. Ref waiting to make sure everybody's set. Biggest moment of the night, possibly. Free throw is good. Peterson makes good on one. Make that 1 for 4. Aitkin now with the inbounds, 42.3, 50-49 game.
We're going to play the foul game here.
Foul game, 40.1 seconds left.
Probably the move made by Coach Stanfield to bring in Andrew Martinson. He's going to shoot 2 here with the Gobblers in the double bonus. Or excuse me, it's a 1-and-1. My apologies, 1-and-1. Only the 8th foul for the Wolverines. It's 1-and-1 here.
Crowd attempting to get quiet. Shushing everyone around them, trying to get absolute library science here. 50-49. Ice in his veins. First one is no good. Coming the other way is Wadena-Deer Creek. 34 seconds left and counting. 50-49. Timeout called, Wadena-Deer Creek. A tense one, an adrenaline booster. An edge-seated bonanza going on right now, as I think we're going to stay with you considering there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. We don't want to clog your airwaves with anything but what could happen and what may happen in this final half minute.
Gobblers need to find a way to close out down low. I think they're getting a little bit, they're on their heels a little bit, knowing that they have some foul trouble. Obviously, Isaac Osp is still on the bench with 3 fouls. Nathan Price is going to check back in as well. Alex Palm with a couple of fouls here tonight, especially now with them in the double bonus. That's going to send them to the line. It's going to send the Wolverines to the line regardless for free throws. And, second half here, I mean, Gobblers, especially in overtime, 0 for 3 in overtime, just 2 of 5 in OT, while on the other side for Wadena-Deer Creek, they're 3 of 6 here in overtime from the free throw line. And, close out that second half as well in regulation. Just only, it looks like a 4 of 10 in the second half from that free throw line. So very crucial. Got to make your free throws here down the stretch.
50-49 coming out of the timeout. Pressure mounting further than I think the fans in attendance were probably expecting from this matchup, but getting their worth nonetheless. They're getting loud. Pass almost taken by Christie, but it stays with Wadena-Deer Creek. Finds Hamann, no good. Tipped around, rebound. Almost grabbed by Lohr, but it's still with Wadena-Deer Creek. Pass out. It's good from 3. Peyton Church with the most clutch bucket of the night. 10.5 seconds left. 52-50. Wadena-Deer Creek talking about stepping up. When your team needs you, he pulls and fires with confidence and hit nothing but the net.
Couldn't close out on the rebound, unfortunately. Gobblers had multiple chances to try to take it, unfortunately, and that's what happens when you don't get the rebound. You leave a guy open, he hits a 3, and 4, especially for Church. Now making it in total 16 points, 10 of his 16 points here in the second half and overtime as well.
Lohr really something I really appreciate about Lohr's game is his hustle.
Yeah.
That rebound could have very easily gone to Aitkin, but he attempted to fall on the ball and dove at it, which kept that ball rolling. Ended up eventually, I believe, with Ryan Alexander. He was able to kick it back out and find the open man. Aitkin now, I would have to guess, plays for the final bucket.
Try to get it to another overtime period.
Yeah.
If they got the look for the three, I mean, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I think here, Coach Stanfield here at 10.5, full length of the court to go. Got to find something quick.
Exactly. Just depends on who they find and where.
I think Wadena-Deer Creek going to try and close in on, if I'm thinking anybody, it's definitely going to be Braden Smith here.
Yep.
He's the one that's going to lighten it up from outside, but the Gobblers are going to try to get it to Eli Christie here off the inbound.
Christie gets the pick and roll. Decent look, he puts up the three. It's off, back iron. Aitkin rebound. It's taken away by Wadena-Deer Creek, and the game is over. Aitkin loses on the final shot. A tough, hard-fought game for both teams, and it goes to the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines' final score, 52-50 Wadena-Deer Creek over the Aitkin Gobblers. Wow, wow, wow. We will be back with you after a short break with the post-game, maybe a few interviews, some stats, some reactions, and more. You're listening on KKIN AM 930, 103.1 FM, The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler. And for those also tuning in with the video stream, yourliveevent.com. Aitkin Gobblers fall tonight 52-50. 2 games this week, 2 overtime bouts, and the Gobblers come up on the sour end once again of an overtime loss. Paul Vole joined alongside with Parker Schott here in the ball game tonight. Gobblers struggled early on in this contest, trailed 18-9 at one point, then went on a 12-4 run to close out the half, but ultimately still trailed by the score of 22-21 at the halftime break. Gobblers were able to pick things up offensively after that sluggish start, but it ended up being tied 46-46 at the end of regulation. Gobblers were out by 6 in that contest. Both teams a little bit slow out of the gate offensively, but still made things happen on the offensive side to close out that end of regulation. Gobblers had a chance at the end of regulation to try and sneak one away, but it took overtime to decide a winner here tonight with this contest. Gobblers unable to close out on the rebound side of things here tonight, which ultimately led to that loss here in overtime for the Aitkin Gobblers. Gobblers 0 of 3 in overtime from free throws, while the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines 3 of 6 at the free throw line. Gobblers had a chance again at the buzzer to try to get the win here tonight, but ultimately just was not in the cards here tonight. I mean, certainly quite the contest overall here at Parker, and both teams, certainly things to clean up, but I think neither team can really hang their head against in this one tonight.
No, I really don't think that, obviously on the box score there is going to be a loser points-wise, but for all involved, this was pinnacle high school basketball. I think you've got the action, you've got a full storyline to arc. I mean, really a nice showing on both teams, showing what each of their teams is capable of. I mean, the Gobblers showed how they can be dominant in the post at times. Wadena-Deer Creek showed how they can fire from the perimeter. I think that, sure, losing an overtime match especially is going to be a tough one when it comes down to the final shot, but I don't think there will be much sorrow for very long.
Looking at some of the early numbers here from this one, I mean, if you look at it overall, Gobblers unable to close out on rebounds. I have them down, out-rebounded 29-19 overall. Gobblers, even in their losses here this season, have out-rebounded their teams quite significantly, and there you go. You have that right there. That's certainly going to be a big misnomer here of tonight's contest, and of course we hope to get Coach Scott Stanfield on the post-game show here tonight. Of course, we'll get a look with our out-of-town scoreboard numbers from this contest, a look ahead of what we still got coming up here this week, and also here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take a break here on the post-game show. Gobblers fall 52-50 in overtime here on YourLiveEvent.com and KKIN AM The Gobbler.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
JT's Station in Fertile carries a variety of items that are sure to meet your needs, and you should stop in today. They sell hot stuff foods, frozen foods, selected groceries, household products, and much more. The Hot Stuff Foods and Deli will provide you with a fresh, quick, and easy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they also offer some of the best car services in town. They're open 6 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. daily. It's JT's Station in Fertile.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Welcome back here on the post-game show here tonight. Aitkin Gobblers fall 52-50 in overtime here this evening as the Aitkin Gobblers again fall here in overtime 52-50 on the post-game show. Paul Vold joined alongside with Parker Schott here this evening as we'll get a chance to look here, of course, with our out-of-town scoreboard here this evening. Gobblers do fall, again, by the score 52-50 in overtime here this evening. Final score over on Skeeter, 101.5. A victory for the Crosby Ironton Rangers basketball team. Looks like 67-39. The Rangers for Crosby Ironton win here this evening, while it was also a win for Pine River Bacchus girls over Red Lake by the score of 65-39. In the win for the Pine River Bacchus girls, that one being on yourliveevent.com, an early start here this evening. Also still going on, looks like the halftime score, 9 minutes left here in the second half. Score was Sabika on top of Pillager in girls high school basketball by the score of 29-23. Pillager trailing in that contest. Again, we'll have more coming up with their out-of-town scoreboard as well. Paul Vold joined alongside Parker Schott. Out-of-town scoreboard as well. Minnesota Wild up 2-1 against the New York Rangers here this evening out on the East Coast. While we got a chance here as well, might as well get this knocked out here tonight with our big deal player of the game, Parker. Again, our big deal player of the game brought to you by Atwater GM in Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, and the Takedown Gym in Brainerd here this evening. Big deal player of the game ended up with the game-winning shot here tonight. 16 points to lead the way. Peyton Church, I think, is a good, strong candidate for a big deal player of the game here tonight, Parker.
Yeah, absolutely. Even outside of that shot, just seemed like he was really making those tough shots go. I mean, I know I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that he was hitting a lot of tough shots from the free throw line, those stop and pops. Even when contested, he was still getting those a lot to go. I feel like he was also adding a little bit of pressure in the paint. Obviously not as much of a game changer as other players on each of the teams, but I feel like all around he was on the ball, he was in it, making an effect on this game positively for his squad.
Big deal player of the game goes to Peyton Church for Wadena-Deer Creek. And while we're also at it, let's get to our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game here this evening.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game tonight, finishing tonight with 14 points, 5 rebounds, was a pest up and down the court. To say in the best way possible, you can say a pest. Teshi Lohr for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. I don't think anybody is going to say that being a pest, if he's on your team, is probably one of those players you love to play with, hate to play against. And, well, tonight, Teshi Lohr helping out his team get back in the win column as well. So our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game tonight goes to Teshi Lohr for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. So that being our players of the game here this evening. But Parker, looking back at this contest again, both teams a little bit sluggish, especially in the second. Let's talk about the second half especially. Both teams a little sluggish out of the halftime locker room. Things really started to pick up offensively in those latter moments. And, bodies were just flying up and down the court, especially when things really started to pick up on the turnover side of things.
Yeah, well, and that start to the second half, I think it's a really lucky break for each squad that they didn't slump when the other one was slumping, if you know what I'm saying. Like, if it's really convenient that both of them came out of the half slow, because I think that this is a whole different contest. I think that there's maybe not even an overtime frame if one of these teams comes out of the halftime frame, especially Aitkin going in so fiery into halftime. If they come out with the same energy that they had initially, maybe this doesn't come down to the final shot in two different time frames of this game, and we'd be talking about a whole different ball game. Obviously, that comes with anything, but yeah, really major stuff.
Gobblers fall tonight 52-50 in overtime. We'll take one more break here on the post-game show. I don't think Coach Stanfield's going to be joining us because quick turnaround. Gobblers going to be back in action tomorrow night, so we'll take a break here as the cleanup process here is well underway. We'll take a break here on the post-game show. Gobblers fall again in overtime 52-50. YourLiveEvent.com and KKIN AM The Gobbler.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
Mr. May's ornithology class.
My last 6 years on the Aitkin All-Stars.
Going to Rumble on the Red wrestling tournament.
I was going to the state tournament last year for wrestling.
Making one of those last-minute shots against Crosby.
Going to state my 10th grade year for wrestling.
The Virginia tournament during basketball.
My chemistry class last year.
I would say the Virginia tournament.
Going to stay at my freshman year for dance.
Being able to participate in multiple sports teams.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
Welcome back here one more time tonight on the post-game show. Gobblers fall 52-50 in overtime against Wadena-Deer Creek. Paul Volt joined alongside with Parker Schott on the post-game show. As we get a look here at some of the numbers from our contest, leading the way, Wadena-Deer Creek now 6-3 on the season. Wolverines get 16 points from Peyton Church tonight, 4 rebounds to get that game-winning shot with just 10 seconds left in overtime. 14 points as well for Teshi Lohr and 13 as well for Isaac Hummin in the overtime contest here tonight to lead the way. Wadena-Deer Creek 7 of 16 from free throws tonight, out-rebounding the Gobblers 29-19, while also executing an 18 turnover as well, 20 for the Aitkin Gobblers here tonight as well. Speaking for the Aitkin Gobblers, they get 10 points apiece from Braden Smith, Alex Palm, and Brecken Williams tonight. Alex Palm, 10 points and 6 rebounds in the loss tonight, but Eli Christie chipped in 8 points as well. So did Isaac Osmus, but Osmus had a majority of the second half and also the overtime frame on the bench was Eli Christie, 8 points, 5 rebounds in the loss. Gobblers only 19 rebounds in total tonight as they fall to 4-6 on the season. Again, schedule very loaded for the Gobblers here coming up. They're going to play a stretch of 3 games in 4 days. This is the first game the first day. Tomorrow they're going to be on the road at, looks like Deer River tomorrow. That's not going to be any cupcake contest as well. That's going to be a good, tough matchup for the Gobblers. And then coming up on Tuesday, they'll play on Monday. So the Gobblers will get a little bit of, actually make it 3 games in 5 days. My math, not my strongest suit. So they'll play tonight, they play tomorrow, then they play Monday. They're back in action 3 games, 5 days. They'll take on Monaga at home. We'll have that for you here on the Gobbler as well as YourLiveEvent.com. Gobblers now 4-6 on the season, while Wadena-Deer Creek is now 6-3. They're in action tomorrow night. We'll have that broadcast for you. They're at Pillager tomorrow night. That'll be on Cash 95.9, 3WI FM. Noah Caruso will be on the call for that broadcast tomorrow night as well. Again, Gobblers fall tonight 52-50. 2 games, 2 overtime losses. We'll see how Friday night shapes up for the Gobblers, and hopefully they can win one in regulation. Looking at our broadcast schedule coming up here this rest of the week, of course, again, boys basketball, Wadena-Deer Creek at Pillager tomorrow night on Cash 95.9. Girls high school basketball, a pair of top 10 ranked teams in Class 3, a pair of top 10 ranked teams. Number 9 ranked Pequot Lakes in Class 2A against number 6 ranked Detroit Lakes in 3A. That'll be a 6:55 pregame on Talk 100 KLKS. Girls high school basketball, Clearbrook Gonvick at Pine River Bacchus. That's going to be, I believe, a 5:40 pregame. Now, Pine River Bacchus dealing with some injury issues on their JV, so it doesn't look like they're going to be playing much JV contests throughout the rest of the year. But again, that'll be on Skeeter 101.5 and YourLiveEvent.com. We'll have Aitkin girls against Crosby Ironton tomorrow night on Real Country 94.3. Big game, big station for the Rangers and for the Gobblers as well in that girls basketball contest. But again, lots more to talk about coming up tomorrow morning on the Wake the Lakes Morning Show. We'll get you full scores, schedules, broadcast times, and more. Well, Parker Schott tonight. What'd you think? Good one tonight.
Very, very good one. Always pleased with a contest like that. And I don't think any fan left unsatisfied. Maybe a little bit of a sour taste for Aitkin fans, but I think as a general viewer, very, very good watch, and always a very good call. Love being here behind the booth.
Yeah, big thank you as well to everybody for tuning into tonight's contest, and a big thank you as well to our sponsors. And now, if you saw some of our sponsors tonight, whether you were listening on the radio or also saw them on yourliveevent.com, be sure to thank our sponsors with your patronage and always shop local. Big thank you to both head coaches, that being Kevin Tumberg for Wadena-Deer Creek and Scott Stanfield for the Aitkin Gobblers for joining us here on the pregame show. Gobblers in action tomorrow night at Deer River. They are now 4-6 on the season, while Wadena-Deer Creek in action at Pillager tomorrow, 6-3 on the season. Well, as we wrap things up here tonight, again, a big thank you to everybody tuning in. Big thank you to both schools, and a big thank you again to all the great listeners as well and viewers of yourliveevent.com and also for homegrown local radio. Till next time, this is Paul Vold, joined alongside with Parker Schott as we wrap things up here from the Aitkin High School Gymnasium. This has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated in the Brainerd Lakes area. You enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. We will talk to you next time, of course, here on KKIN, AM 930, FM Translator 103.1, The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.